Hi Pisces, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to a quick next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates, but do also keep in mind this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But we'll begin by pulling from the Queen deck. I can't really remember the exact name, but this is the deck we're going to use. And then we'll see where we go from there as far as which tarot decks to use or which one. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's do some shuffling and see which oracles we get to begin your reading. I do feel like you're sensing that you're in charge in certain ways in the next 48, however that pertains to you. You're going to find that people just respect your opinion, maybe even coming towards you for some to see how you feel about something or your perspective on what they were just mulling over or what they're dealing with or just trying to decide between. I feel as if your voice is taking a focus in certain ways. Oh, bear with me as I struggle. If you haven't already, do check out your monthly money and career tarot reading. That will be linked down below at the top of the description box. But to continue with gratitude and beauty. So there's a focus on how good looking you are. I do feel as if there's levels of self-care being implemented, but there's also a focus for whatever reason on boundaries. I want to say with oneself, right? When it comes to giving into temptations, when it comes to over giving, overdoing it, right? Needing to find a balance or re-implement a level of balance in certain ways, but also just being completely honest with oneself at certain points, but also with other people, right? Where do we need to implement some boundaries or one specific one when it comes to other people, right? It might be more in terms of a job, but I feel like at the very least, I'm picking up on the fact that it pertains to with oneself and with other people, if not one specific person. Look at this. There's a level of gratitude you're needing to have at this time in regards to all that you're succeeding at. All right. I do feel like there's a level of gratitude that Spirit's pushing you to have at certain points or regain in regards to one specific person. I feel like they've been there for you, or they just are a solid person in your life, or it could be a new opportunity for some drawn to this reading where they are just looking at you in a very honorable light. All right. I do feel like there's a focus on your lips for whatever reason in the eyes of one specific, if not multiple other people, but also just, again, a focus on your beauty in multiple ways, right? Taking care of oneself, once again, self-care, making sure you're glowing in certain ways. 211, 211, look up that angel number meaning. There is a message for you. Let's see which deck we want to use for the tarot. I'm thinking the mermaid deck. No, we'll use this deck for whatever reason. Let's see here. Okay, wow, this deck is all messed up. Bear with me. I feel like I'm picking up on I'm still holding on to some energy from a tarot reading I was watching before this. But anyways, let's just reorganize this deck. Okay, no, we're not going to waste our time. We're just going to choose a different one. We're going to go with this deck. I also feel like the energy in a living situation, if not, and or a work environment, that's taking a focus. Even when you go to run errands, go to a store, how is the energy affecting you individually, right? Is it making you nervous? Is it making you on edge? Is it making you feel comfortable? Who are you feeling drawn to communicate with at this time? Who's feeling very much drawn to your physical looks, to your vibe, to your energy, or even just your work, or all of which? For Pisces, I almost called you Libra. The Queen of Wands and the Hierophant. There's a level of passion that you're exuding at this time in the next 48, where even surrounding it, where it's pushing you to reevaluate to a certain extent and to embrace new beginnings, all right? You could be feeling as if this is more pertaining to a new beginning from the recent past, being in the beginning stages of which, or it could be more so moving towards certain levels of adjusting, changing. Okay, bugs coming into play, nature in and of itself. I do feel like your courage, your courageous way of being needs to be put to use in certain ways. What else do we have for Pisces? The Six of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, sorry, the Eight of Pentacles. There's a feeling that you are putting in the hard work, right? Thinking back to past jobs, past levels of effort put towards business, however it works for you. It could be both. Thinking about your career past altogether. But I also feel like this level of gratuity or just gifting taking place, praise, compliments coming towards you for the work you put online, right, or towards your business, for products and or services you provide to somebody, clients, customers, you name it. Could be even through your job that takes place. I feel as if, even if it doesn't feel 100% comfortable or intended, there's compliments coming towards you, praise, appreciation from a boss figure, just some people or one person that you work with. Interesting. This could make you flash back to, again, past jobs, so just the beginning of that opportunity, however it works for you. Either way, you're being honored in certain ways, even if you don't fully trust the intentions behind what's coming towards you in that sense. What else we have for Pisces? The Star. You may have heavy Aquarius in your chart, I feel the need to say, but I also feel like you're being viewed in this stardom sort of light, one that's rising either way. Now there's a focus on you being viewed in certain ways, even if some people do feel the need to view you in a negative light, right? That's their choice. And I feel they're incorrect all the meanwhile, or just it's coming from just a place of insecurity or just needing to grow, heal on a personal level. But anyways, I do feel as if there's a need to keep or bring your vibration back up, all right? A need to have a high vibration at this time. There's certain levels of vulnerability taking place that will lead towards some abundance for you. I got this from the naked body here, and the abundance that you gain due to it will push you to put yourself out there more so moving forward, but to not question when you feel the need to try something new, or just, they're saying expose oneself or just be vulnerable once again to, I feel like for some it's helping other people. But I do feel like there's a lack of rest in the next 48, okay? There will be obviously some moments where you have the ability to rest, but you may choose not to. Feeling a bit restless due to the energy or due to what you have to accomplish or have on your plate, wanting to make certain changes and therefore feeling a bit just extra motivated in regards to that. But I also just feel like your physical figure coming into play in certain ways, male or female. I know that is a female, but there's levels of acceptance of what's being left behind, has been, what isn't meant to work out, who and what's actually meant for you. I just feel like you're on a roll in certain ways. There's a feeling that you're just charging forth with an immense amount of passion, regardless of certain obstacles, disturbances, annoyances is what I'm getting, frustrations. I just feel like things aren't perfect at this time for you, but that's being highlighted in certain ways for a reason. What do we want to change, right? It's that continuation, continuing thought process that Spirit's pushing you to have, where you need to be reevaluating in certain ways so that you can be living a healthier lifestyle, right? One that's more suited for you, aligned with you at this point along your path. Okay, that was a lot. Take a deep breath when certain levels of energy affect you, when you feel as if you just want things to be working out more so in your favor. There's going to be a focus on a ship that hasn't come in yet, okay? On when you feel like things aren't falling into place for you, a very Four of Wands in reverse kind of vibe. But what stresses you out at work or when you're running your business, you just need to take a deep breath and recognize certain factors at hand, a situation at hand. Everything's temporary in a larger sense, right? If you were to take a step back and adjust one's perspective or just see things from a bird's eye view, all right? But I do feel like you're gaining clarity in regards to what you left behind, or just what you were pushed to sail away from, whether that was a person, a job, a living situation, you name it. It's out of preparation to help you through it all, dig for that inner strength to gain a new beginning, to give birth to something new, or to make the best out of what you gave birth to recently. And I just feel like whatever that is for you, whether it's happening now, it will happen soon. It's meant to make you live a stronger life. I know this is a bit of a mess, but it may feel a little bit chaotic in the next 48, or just a bit all over the place. Just trying to sort through things, figure things out, make changes, developments, trying to be grateful for the abundance, all the meanwhile that's coming in. When you feel the inclination to, or you find oneself ranting, take a deep breath. The run-on sentences aren't going to be as useful or just as efficient as they feel in the moment. And I do feel the need to say it's essential that you think for a hot second, either before or during a conversation, or just, they're saying preaching, conveying messages to people. What kind of audience do you have at hand? What kind of energy people do we have to convey to, right? Are we communicating with? Because not everybody's going to take well to certain levels of communicating, certain ways. Somebody may need you to speak a lot slower. Do you see what I'm saying? Just adapt to whoever it is at that time that you're communicating to. But I do feel like you're reminded in the next 48 when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career, when it comes to what you focus on, what you water. Completion at times leads to happiness. And your connection to the sun will leave you feeling more celebratory and giving you a new sense of patience in that moment. So escape to the sunlight if you can, if Mother Nature allows it. But there's certain levels of abundance and justice, again, flowing in, being highlighted by Spirit at this time in regards to a new job that you had in the recent past or are about to move towards, in regards to that abundance just being even somewhat gifted to you. You know what I mean? I just feel like you're needing to recognize this is a time of abundance for you in a lot of ways, as again, your connection to the sun will be highlighted, but as well that your connection to the moon. I do feel as if your connection to animals as well is taking a focus and could even be helpful for you, a sense of comfort, acts of spirit for clarification, insight, preparation. I just feel like it's a very busy kind of all over the place next 48, but eye-opening all the meanwhile, and a bit of a preparation period for you all the meanwhile, where you do again need to have an immense amount of patience in certain ways, but your vision needs to be very clear-minded at this time. Your highlight needs to, when it comes to what you focus on, needs to again be on this abundance, to be essentially grateful, right? Extremely grateful. And again, just take care of oneself, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Pisces.